Hello beautiful friends, welcome to my channel. Today's video is about right brain kids in a left brain world, and really how we need to stop telling people who learn differently, who think differently, that there's something wrong with them because they don't fit a one-dimensional system. And instead what we need to see is maybe the system needs to be upgraded. Watch this video. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please click the little subscribe button and the bell so you get notifications when I release new videos. And if you've been with me for a while, thank you so much and welcome back. I also just want to mention the join button if you want to become one of my YouTube membership people, where we have sort of private sessions, you get your name mentioned in a video, private Facebook group, all that stuff. Check it out. Today I want to talk about being a right brain kid in a left brain world. It is one of my most passionate subjects that I talk about very frugally, let's say. I don't talk about it a lot because people have a lot of opinions, but it's become more and more obvious to me that it's becoming a bigger and bigger problem. So I want to just address this. You guys know I've done a lot of work on kids with ADHD or attention dialed to a higher dimension. I have clients, many clients who are therapists and teachers who tell me about this issue all day long between, right brained kids and left brained teachers. Most teachers are left brained. It's logic mind. It's, this type of stuff. And the kids who are coming into the school system that are right brained are really getting a bad rap and misunderstood. And it's interesting that in a society, we say that something's wrong with the kid because they're not learning this one way that we teach. But what I've learned by my own experiences and thousands of clients is it's unfortunate that we're creating shame. We're creating low self-esteem. We're creating confidence issues by telling kids that they need to stop being who they are, abandon how they truly naturally learn, and adopt a new way. And if they don't adopt it quick enough, or they don't adopt it in the one way that we're teaching them, then they have a disorder, or they're dyslexic, or they have ADD, or they have something wrong with them. That stigma stays with you for life. And I'm here to speak up on behalf of those kids, being one of those kids who later in life learned that my right brain way of thinking was actually kind of revolutionary in a way, where right brain kids, when they are nurtured properly and not told to stop thinking and learning the way that they naturally think and learn, but instead to have it nourished and nurtured with visual teaching instead of just book teaching. It's totally different. When we can learn the way that we naturally want to learn, which is mainly visual, we do a lot more than you could know. In fact, most of the kids that I've coached, or teens or young adults that I've coached that have finally found out that there was nothing ever wrong with them, they were just taught in a system that was 100 years old and hasn't been upgraded, they start to get some of that confidence back. And when a right brain kid has confidence in their creativity and in their creative mind and in their abstract thinking, they create things that this world has never seen. Einstein was one of those kids, right? So we have to understand, if you're watching this and you find yourself to be highly sensitive, or you've been labeled with some kind of, learning difference, let's say, I want you to really take a step back and look at the system that's teaching you. Rather than you thinking you're the issue, maybe the system needs to be upgraded to suit you. When we keep having kids in the system and we teach them that they're broken and they need to be fixed because they're not learning in this one way, it's crazy. When we think about how everyone is perfect for their purpose, we can see that we maybe need to have 7 or 8 different types of learning, since that's what exists in the world, 7 or 8 types of learning, but only one is taught in school. Maybe we need to expand the way that we're teaching rather than making kids shift to be in alignment with something that's not natural for them. I hate to say this, but it's true. One of the biggest examples that I see of this is having a narcissistic parent. A parent who's saying, you're not like me, you're not validating me, change the way you naturally are so that I love you. Harsh and disgusting, right? But it's what a lot of people deal with. And I see that a little bit in the system, where the system is saying, I'm this one way. If you're not this one way, you're not validating me as a teacher. But what I want to say is, why aren't you validating the kid as a soul having a human experience, as whole? Not as someone who's wounded or broken or disordered. Are you kidding? Growing up thinking that you are disordered, that means something is just flawed about you. I see this in a lot of kids who are stuck in a system that doesn't fit them, but also stuck in a family of toxic emotional abuse or neglect, or a parent who's emotionally unaware or not emotionally intelligent. Anytime you find yourself in a world that tells you you need to be different than you naturally are because there's something wrong with you, that to me tells me there's something wrong with the system, or wrong with the person or teacher or parent who's telling you that. If we can't step up and see that every single human on planet Earth is born worthy, is born whole, is born with differences, not disorders, is born with unique facets of their personality rather than behavioral disorders, right? When we can start to cater to people as all whole and worthy, maybe we can change the way we see things. Maybe we can start seeing things from a holistic perspective rather than a separate, broken, segregated world. You know, we see this right now with what's happening in the news. You're right, you're wrong, you're better, you're worse, you're worthy, you're not. It's disgusting and it's wrong. And maybe some of you will see this video and disagree, and that's fine. We are all entitled to our own opinion. But after having a really long, beautiful session with a client today, I really felt it was time to speak up more about the right brain kids in the left brain system who are being told there's something wrong with them, when really right brain kids are highly sensitive kids who have creative minds, who think differently and outside the box and are here to be the difference. But we cannot become the change the world so desperately needs when we're trying to be put into a box that the world needs to break out of anyway. Really think about it. These kids who come into the world to see things different and bring differences that we so desperately need are being so disempowered and sort of shamed that they can never start to trust themselves. They can never line up with their wise guide inside long enough to bring new inventions into the world and see things in a different dimension. I just want you guys to think about that. In the meantime, I am yet building another course around exactly this issue that I'm really excited to launch later this year. In the meantime, please check the links below. Please share or subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon.